the black men took their children when they left, there would be no black women raising.
Hello, brilliant, beautiful black women, Goddess born. I hope you're all well. Please do me a favor and follow, like, share, centering black women and girls content. She is brilliant. She is just brilliant. But what can we expect from Goddess born? Okay? What can we expect from black women, huh? Right? Thank you so much, centering black women, black girls. I really adore you, and I really just I just adore you, girl. I adore you. And I admire what you do. Now I want to talk about leadership, because this comes up often out of the mouths of um who these people I consider the ops, okay? Uh Black men's, nigger peons, jabronis from Blackistan, white supremacists from KKKville and I'm sorry, KKK Crack of Heaven and whatever, and white women with the Legion and Demon Crossroad Demons, because they like to sell and rent souls and shit. I don't know. Anyway, they're the ops, right? They've declared war on us as black women, black girls, indigenous women, indigenous girls, and they've declared war upon our most vulnerable. And I'm going to add into that those of us who the 15 to 25% of us as black women who are anti-black woman and black girl. Okay, y'all the ops, you have declared yourselves our enemies, and you have been coming full force to ensure that our lives are taken, and that shit is no, absolutely not. And that of our children. Y'all go out of your way to work on our destruction. And as a goddess born warrior and healer, I don't have that. I'm not doing that with you. I'm not. So I went and I grabbed Oxford and Cambridge's 14 effective leadership skills, because I think they clearly define my perspective on leadership. One of the things that I constantly am hearing and watching the behavior of these ops, right? Right now we're talking more about black men, but whoever, is that they're constantly saying to us as black women, well, I should be an authority, I should be the leader, and you need to let me lead, and you need to not emasculate me and let me be a man. Okay, last time I looked, I didn't decide whether you is a man or not. You're a grown ass motherfucker. Okay? Go do whatever the fuck that is. But over here, I know how it works in a patriarchy, but over here, in my realm, lead who? You're not leaders. Okay? That's why you can't lead nobody. You don't lead. All right? Now, let me clear up something else really quick. Another thing that I hear the ops, particularly in this case, because we're speaking about these Negropeans, is that they believe they should have authority if they provide and protect. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go on through. Let me tell you what the 14 effective leadership skills. This is from, like I said, Cambridge and Oxford. Um, are okay. So first of all, great communication. Effective leadership begins with excellent communication skills. Leaders, whether managing projects or running organizations, engage in regular communication that profoundly influences project and business success. So that's whether you're leading a family, whether you're leading at work, whether you leading ants, I don't know, but it requires good communication skills. Do black men have good communications? Do you know how to put words? Can you read and comprehend? Okay, that's going to come up in a minute. All right. Two, excellent organizational skills. Uh, while it's important to be personally organized and self-motivated, are y'all that? But for real, really? Okay, sorry. To complete your work and other projects on time, this skill is perhaps even more important for you to be able to plan and deliver group work. If you are the head of a family, you have to be highly organized. If you are the leader in a family, you must be highly organized. Now, this is the part that I think they have in their minds. Okay, this is the one thing, but they just have it wrong. That's all. Efficient delegation. They like the part about delegating, okay, but they don't understand. So, the key to understanding the skills of your team members and leveraging them to the advantage of everyone in the team will ensure that the projects that need to be completed on time are being done and making the most of the skills of the people within your group, right? So we each have a part to play in a family, and that's what they're talking about, right? Next thing is establishing trust. One of the main things that I do when I come in to be, when I'm hired to be a director or contracted to be a director or any of those things, is I learn the people around me that I'm leader to. A servant leader, servant transformational leader is the type of leader I am. So I learn what and who the people are, what they want, those types of things. And then I work to make that happen for them. And I work to get everything they need for them to be their best. Okay. And I make sure that when I say I'm going to do something, whether the person likes what I say I'm going to do or not, that I follow through. So it's not that I need to trust the people that I'm a leader to, is that I need to help them trust me so that they can feel confident in coming to me with issues so we can work on problem solving together, right? And making it successful. Black men, y'all know that? Did you know that? Okay, I'm just asking. Well, actually, I'm not asking you this because this conversation is for Black women. Um, being knowledge hungry. Wow. All great leaders are inspiring. And what makes someone more inspiring than to see their desire to learn more and expand their knowledge as much as possible? Black men, where you at expanding knowledge on how to be leaders? I'm just curious. What schools you going to? How are you educating yourself? Okay, again, that's just rhetorical. Don't answer because we don't want me to flip out because you said some stupid shit in my comment. Okay, so um empathy. Side note, empathy, in terms of what they're describing, is more you can imagine yourself how that other person feels. For us as Black women, most of us are born empaths, so we already feel the feelings of other people. That's just an inborn thing to us. But you Black men's, white women's legion, whatever the fuck you are, you would need to learn empathy. Taking accountability. Doing exactly what you say you're going to do and following through on time, to owning up to any mistakes that you make or your team makes. Accountability really means to be transparent, honest, and committed to the team and the project as possible. Now, I've only gone through the first 7. There are 7 more. So, Black women, I want you to think about this. In terms of only what I just said, are Black men leaders? That'd be nope.
Space for them to be themselves. Most of the time, we are seen as aggressive or masculine.
Hello, beautiful, brilliant Black women. God is born. Please follow, like, and share Ms. Z's content. Brilliant Black woman. And yeah, like go back, look at her other videos. She gives us just great insight and information. Thank you, Z. Okay, so let's talk about it just a little bit here. This is actually the second part to when when I stitched the video before this of centering Black women and girls. Okay, so now we're over here with Miss Z, and I want to talk about again. So Black men want to be leaders now. So what qualifies them? Black women, what qualifies them to be leaders? Because I'm talking to us, right? So again, this is for educational purposes, and you should probably never do any of the things that I will allegedly do, have done, might do in the future, allegedly. Okay. And also, if you are some sort of, I don't know, Black Estonian from Blackistan, European jabroni, or some like White Walker, Crossroad Demon Legion, which I call them Karens or Becky's or whatever, or some other type of white supremacist male, whatever you the hell familiar type you are, don't comment here. Okay, this is not safe space for y'all. This is about Black women. And when you look at all of Z's video, this post she made, she brings up a lot of heartfelt points for us as Black women. So let's get into the next 7 parts to leadership, because we did the first 7 in my post just before this. So um I went, as y'all know, looking at the last video, I went and pulled from Oxford. Cambridge has a leadership program, and it's very close to the type of leader I am, which is a servant transformational leader. And what they did was they came up with 14 effective things, and we went through the first 7. So go back and watch that. So let's get to the 8th part of being a great leader, because when we left off, we were talking about number 7, which is taking accountability. And really, I don't see specifically uh Black men's or white women's or a lot of white male or whoever these people are that want to try to be an authority over Black women. I don't see them taking accountability. So that was number 7, and they definitely ain't taking responsibility for the shit they do, much less what the team does. Okay, or the results, right? However, that's exactly what 75 to 85% of us as Black women do. So when Ms. Z is describing how people will describe Black women, us, as masculine, I want to give us a different perspective, just a little bit, okay? Because that is fucking annoying at the very least, okay? But it also puts a target on our back. People use this violent language against us all the time. And what I would posit is that it's not that we're masculine or feminine or any of those things. Well, first of all, I don't go by the rules of the patriarchy. So, what these motherfuckers do to describe somebody don't mean shit to me. Okay? Um, only in the fact that their descriptions put targets on us, that have real life violent consequences for us. And that's really why I need all of these other folks that ain't Black women, Black girls, indigenous women, indigenous girls. Shut the fuck up. Okay. So Ms. Z was talking about how to describe us as masculine. That's not what it is. What it is, first of all, they don't have the language skills, Z. Okay. Okay. They don't have the communication skills, girl. But The other part of that is what they're describing actually is leadership. When they see black women who are highly organized, got their shit together, educating themselves, growing, evolving the people around them, obtaining knowledge for the whole, and understanding as the leaders in our family, as matriarchic in our ancient DNA as black women, what y'all are describing as masculine or what the fuck ever is actually great leadership, which none of the rest of you have. Let's be clear, okay? Let's be fucking clear. That's why this world is in the state it's fucking in. All right? Then you try to harness our abilities as preternatural powers, elemental powers as black women and black girls. Huh? So let's get on with what Cambridge is talking about as far as leadership. Let's go to number 8. Oh, I love that one. Being generous. I want to know which one of these so-called ops, who have made themselves our enemies. You black males out there, and you white women, and you white supremacist male, whatever the fuck you are. Good leaders don't just delegate and manage projects, but they go above and beyond to give something back to the team. Now, that doesn't just mean buying a thank you gift for everyone's hard work at the end of a project. In fact, an effective team leader will act generously throughout. Okay? And number 9, demonstrating your passion. Demonstrating your passion for a project, a cause, or organization is another good leadership skill to have in your arsenal. Enthusiasm is contagious, and you should use this to your advantage. If your team members, friends, colleagues see that you really care about something and you care about the whole, they will be more motivated to get with you as leader. You just being, having a name tag, black men or white women, whatever the fuck you are, y'all just having a name tag that says you in authority does not make you a leader. You're not a leader because you don't lead. You're also not a leader, not because you're not masculine or feminine enough or whatever the fuck y'all like to come up with. You're not a leader because you don't do the work to lead and you don't take accountability and responsibility as leaders. I'm just saying. Okay. So 10 is the ability to manage difficult decision making. I want to know, if black males are such great leaders, then why haven't you done anything about black women being lynched, murked, taken out by white women in the medical healthcare? Why aren't you doing something about them moms of Legion? Why don't you have a strategy, a plan, some tactics to stop them from fucking with our children? Oh, that's because you're in competition with them so you can fuck with our children. Okay, you don't know how to make decisions and you don't know how to lead. Empowering others. Okay, I'm sorry, that was funny. Allowing them to take their task and do it, and then being able to examine how they did it and praise them where they need it and help to support them with solutions. The ability to teach and mentor others. Now, how you gonna do that when you don't know shit? Because you don't know shit. 13 is being able to recognize the success of those in your team and around you that you want authority over. And I'm sorry, when do you do that with black women, black girls, and our children? Yeah, that's right. You fucking don't. And my favorite, self-assessment. That would go back to accountability and responsibility, which you definitely ain't fucking doing. So what you're calling masculine is actually leadership skills.